Hello, everyone. I am Renee Collins-Cobb.
And I'm Adam Banks.
And welcome to Overtones Live.
Water is 100 proof. Raise the barn and raise the roof. Horsepower of a different breed, built for comfort and for speed. And bluegrass don't need cutting. Mountain high and valley low, God beside me, here I go. With all the gold and undue spare, early in the summer wind. And bluegrass don't need cutting. When the sun shines bright in the green rolling hills of my birth, and you're closer to heaven than any other place upon this earth.
Good evening, everyone. You are listening to a special broadcast of Overtones Live featuring Adam Banks from Off the Cuff. And folks, we have merged and we have mashed up our two shows into a special edition series called, wait for it, do we need a drum roll, Adam? Over the Banks. What do
Yeah.
you all think?
First time ever saying that out loud.
I know. I love it.
I
I
like
love
it.
where we're going with this. We have Warren to thank for that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But we will tell you why in just a few moments. But tonight we are coming to you from Radio Lex WLXU 93.9 FM in the Deborah Hensley studio at Gray Line Station. We have the amazing Hollywood Independent Music Awards and Josie Music Awards nominee Adalyn Ramey in the studio with us today, and she's going to kick off this inaugural maiden voyage episode of Over the Banks with an original song, and then we're going to assign her, Adam, to our co-host duty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Adalyn Ramey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Adalyn, who do you have with us tonight, and what are we going to get to hear first?
With me, I have my dad, Philip Ramey, on guitar, and I'm going to sing my original song, Lonesome Wind.
Awesome. Here is Adalyn Ramey with Lonesome Wind.
There's a storm moving in. I feel the lonesome wind. My blue skies are gray since you went away. My tears falling down like rain on the ground. But now a storm's moving in. I feel the lonesome wind.
Adalyn Ramey, and now we're switching her off of the vocal microphone and putting her mandolin away so she can relax, and she's going to be co-hosting with us tonight. Adam, the first thing that I give thanks for in this now year 2 year on the air live experience with Overtones Live and Off the Cuff, joining musical forces together once again to preview Kentucky's outstanding presence on the Josie Music Awards nominees list. And while we have some guests here in the studio today who are also on the Hollywood Independent Music Awards nominees list as well. So how cool is that?
Very, very cool. And it's hard to believe that all of that was just not even 365 days ago we were doing Josie preview shows. And here we are once again. Ladies and gentlemen, the Josie Music Awards will be held this year on October the 27th at Nashville's Grand Ole Opry, and the Hollywood Independent Music Awards will be held next week on July 18th at Hollywood's Avalon Theater.
And I am so thankful we have a tremendous lineup for the first of our preview shows this year. But the second thing I'm thankful for is this most excellent co-host who I've worked with since last year. And we kind of like each other a little bit, right?
Just a tad.
Adam's been called my work husband, so that's his new title. We want to thank Warren Cobb for coming up with such a wonderful collab name for our combo shows called Over the Banks. So Warren, thank you. Let's give a warm Over the Banks welcome to Adam Banks.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you guys very much. We do have a full house this evening in the studio, and we are going to get this musical party started as we discuss the state of Kentucky's outstanding presence on the 2024 nominees and winners list for the Josie Music Awards. The Josie Music Awards is the largest, most respected, revered award and one very prestigious events that is associated in the Association of the Independent Music Industry. Their mission statement reads, "Chase your dreams, be a part of something big." And wow, was the state of Kentucky part of something big to celebrate this year at the 10th anniversary of the Josie Music Awards being held on October the 27th.
And Adam, first of all, let's give it up for you in your first nomination for Best Radio Show Podcast category, and also to our general manager, Mark Royce, and the staff of Radio Lex on their nomination for Best Radio Station.
All right, I'll clap to that. And Renee, congrats to you for your nominations, with an S, nominations, for radio show / podcast videography, for Best Album in the Rock category with Overtones Live presents Bedford Working in Concert. That's awesome.
It is awesome. How about Renee in the rock category?
Yeah, let's give her a hand.
First time ever.
Yeah.
Also for Bedford. It's a great album, and we're just really honored to be in that category. And Adam, we have a power-packed show, so without further ado, here is our Kentucky music lineup for Over the Banks. Adam, roll that beautiful music footage. First up, we are going to introduce our co-host for the evening, and after we interview her, she's going to play tag, and she will help us interview everyone else here. In the studio, we have multiple JMA nominee and Hollywood Independent Music Awards multiple nominee. She is signed with Dreamland Entertainment Group just recently. It's been a huge musical year for her, and folks, she's only 12 years old. Let's give it up for Paintsville, Kentucky's Adalyn Ramey.
Yeah. We are very happy to have you here. Also, a multiple nominee in both the Hollywood Awards and the Josies, including Entertainer of the Year. We will be breaking all of that down, hot off of an Overtones appearance last month from Nashville. Please welcome London, Kentucky's Andrew Moore of Andrew Moore and Hooch.
Woo!
Our next guest is also nominated for both the Josies and the Hollywood Awards. He has had a great year with songs from his album Resurrection Noise, and he has also had some other great news we'll hear about. But first, let's give a round of applause to D. Boone Pittman of D. Boone Pittman and the Fugitives.
Yes. Woo! She is no stranger to the Lexington Music Awards, and this past musical year has ushered in life as a new mom of a beautiful baby boy, and as a first-time JMA nominee. She has garnered, I believe, 4 opportunities to speak in the circle on the Opry stage on October 27th. Please welcome Vanessa Davis.
Yeah. Also in the studio, we have members of the Lexington Music Awards Country Music Awards, winning BlackTop Rodeo, and they also find themselves at first-time Josie Music Awards nominees, also including Entertainer of the Year. Please join me in welcoming Mace Smith and Billy Bassman-Hells from BlackTop Rodeo. I've butchered every single name of theirs. Billy Bassman-Halls from
we call him the
BlackTop
bass man.
Rodeo.
Let's give it up for BlackTop Rodeo, everybody.
And last, but certainly not least, they have more nominations than we believe anyone in the Josie Music Awards, including, again, Entertainer of the Year. Seems like we have some very friendly competition going on here in the studio. Please join Adam, Renee, and me in welcoming the Great Kentucky Music Mafia.
Yeah! All right, and we are so happy to have all of you guys here in the studio. And this is an ambitious show, and thanks to our commander, Warren Cobb, we have called in the now famous platoon system to get this show organized and underway. More on that later, but first, ladies and gentlemen, we are so happy to have the one and only Josie Passantino-Boone and Tinamarie Passantino on the phone with us to tell us about this year's 10th anniversary show, their new restaurant, and also speak to Kentucky's outstanding presence in the award shows this year.
Hi, everybody. We're so happy to have Josie Passantino-Boone and Tinamarie Passantino, the founders and the host of the upcoming Josie Music Awards. And also, they're doing something else that's really exciting that we'll like to hear about as well. But welcome to Over the Tones. Actually, we're calling it Over the Banks now because we have a merger of Overtones Live and Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. So welcome to the show.
Congratulations for that. And thank you for having us.
We have some of your nominees in the room with us. We have 12-year-old Adalyn Ramey, we have Vanessa Davis, and we also have Andrew Moore on the show today.
Hi, everybody. Jamie fam, congratulations.
Well, we are so excited to have the both of you guys. Thank you so much for being here. So, this has just turned 10 years. This has took on a life of its own. From the last 10 years, what have you learned in the last 10 years working with independent artists and working in the music industry?
Honestly, so much. So where do we even begin? So much. We realized pretty early on that there was such a need for independent artists to have a platform to be recognized for their talent, for their music, for everything. Because mainly they do it all on their own. You know what I mean? Everything. Booking, a lot of the times, everything. So we felt that there was a real need in the world for it. And we started off, not really, thinking it was going to, get anywhere. We were, just kind of in like a banquet hall situation, like, hey, if we have 100 people, that would be amazing. Let's just have a party for the independents. But then, 1,000 people later on our very first year, we realized that, hey, there's a real need for this. And, 10 years, it's just incredible. And we're just so excited to be able to celebrate independent artists year after year. And it's just something that brings a lot of joy to a lot of people. And it really is like a family reunion. So it's really cool.
One of the things that I find that stands out a lot about the Josie Music Awards is the venue that it is held in. The Grand Ole Opry, it just has this mystique, it has this aura. And I think that people just feel so special and so blessed to be in the venue, and let alone actually have a shot to stand on the stage in that sacred circle. How did that come about, getting your award show held at such an iconic venue in the music industry?
Oh, goodness. We really were blessed. It took us a little bit. It took us about 8 years. And, we finally, we were approved to come on in and have our celebration. And we were so excited. It has just always been, our dream, venue for everybody to come to. One of the things that we do is we want to ensure that just because you're an independent artist doesn't mean you shouldn't be treated like everybody else is. There's only so many major record labels, and they can't sign everyone in the world that's talented, right? So there, it speaks nothing to, the talents of everybody, whether or not you have a major label. Our people are, or I shouldn't say our people, but everyone that comes to the JMAs and, is a part of what we do, and, even just independent artists that maybe we haven't met yet. I mean, everybody is so talented, that had there been a million labels where everybody could be signed, then they all should be signed.
Right, yes, and the Apple House, I mean, it's so interesting because that's a venue that I've always loved just going to, seeing their shows. I've always been just a fan, in general. And so, like you said, I mean, just being there, being in the presence of, a place where, so many of the greats have stood before, being in that circle, it has such a vibe to it that is just so neat. You're like just standing there and you're just so comfortable, and it's just such a wonderful experience. And also we have to also mention all of the incredible people behind, Sarah, who, runs our sound and just production, everybody involved at the Opry to make it such a great show for us year after year it's just such a highlight every year. I love it.
One of the questions that I've been curious about since I've gotten my nomination, and thank you, by the way.
Go Adam.
Thank you so much, by the way. But one of the things that I've just been curious about, two things really. How do you guys determine who gets nominated, and then once the nominations get there, how do you determine who wins from the nominees?
Yeah, so we're very fortunate that we've got a fairly large panel now, who help us. So they have no connection to the independent music world. We all sign NDAs, so no one is able to contact them. There's no way there could be any any unfairness happening and all that sort of thing. So it's as fair as you could possibly get this.
Yeah.
What they do is everyone who submits will get a review. And then our panel will go ahead and give them a full review for whatever it was that they submitted for, and then they'll ultimately decide on the nominations for the year. And they later go back into those lists of, per category, and they do a deeper dive, and then they, choose a winner. Yeah. Josie and I are not usually informed of the winners at all, and we all find out together when we open up that envelope there on stage.
Oh, that's exciting. Do you prefer it to be like that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think it's so fun for us.
Yeah, I think in general, I just love surprises. So I was so excited when that opportunity came about where they're like, hey, how about your surprise with everybody else? I'm like, yes, I would appreciate that. So when we're standing there and, reading off the names, for the first time, it's so exciting to us and to the viewers. And it's just such a wonderful experience all around. And congratulations to you on being a nominee. It's so exciting.
First time. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I'm very excited. I've never been to the Grand Ole Opry. I have. I've been to one award show in my entire life, so this is just I can't wait to get dressed up, walk the red carpet. Yes, meet you all. I'm so blessed and honored.
And Josie and Tinamarie, we are also coming to you from the nominated for radio station, Radio Lex in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
And we just really want to thank you.
That's right.
One of the wonderful things that I feel that you all do so well is that you create such great memories for people. And, in the end, that's really what it's all about. That's what we have.
Right.
And the ability to network with so many people. I mean, I've really connected with Catherine Washington Shipley and with the magazine, which is also nominated. So it's just really wonderful. What we call working in concert. This is a great example of it, that everyone's working together. And we are just so thankful that you took the time with us today. As you know, we do these Kentucky Music, Josie Music Award preview shows every year. And
thank you.
There's a huge Kentucky presence, as you know, coming your way in October.
Yes, we love it. Everybody's, recently we've had so many people that we were chatting with that have a connection somehow to Kentucky, whether they used to live there or they moved there or whatever. And they're like, so many people are nominated. I'm like, there's a lot of people from Kentucky coming to play with us. That's right.
Well, we love it. And we're looking so much forward to seeing you. And over the next few months, really celebrating the musicians that you've really brought to great light and awareness for a lot of people and for the independent music lovers of this world.
Well, it's an honor. It really is. It's such a pleasure every year. And we're so excited to see all of you do at the JMAs. We're going to have just a really great time. And like you said, it really is just making memories and meeting new people and networking. And that's what we're going to get out of it. And I just cannot wait for it. October 27th, y'all.
Yes. Again, thank you, ladies, so much for taking out the time. We'll see you in October.
See you soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Josie and Tinamarie, thank you both, and we look so much forward to seeing you this fall.
Adalyn, got the name right.
I know.
As a matter of fact, you normally. Sorry.
Not bad. I shouldn't have.
Sorry, I'm all over the place today.
That's all right. He's controlling a lot of things right now.
Adalyn, we are so happy to have you in the studio with us today as our co-host, but I want to talk about your nominations first. What was it like for you when the Hollywood Independent Music Awards and the Josie Music Awards called your name out for the nominations that you were nominated for?
It's really an honor that my original works have been recognized at this level. And, it's one thing to have, friends and family to tell you you're doing good and, to enjoy your music. But, I just think it's very cool that so many people that I don't even know are enjoying my music, and it's so cool.
It's kind of surreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
To know that people, because you never know who's listening. It's kind of like the same thing we do on the radio. You never know who's listening. So going to these award shows, what are you looking forward to the most?
Well, being in Nashville is just one thing, because Nashville is really such a fun place. And I'm looking forward to, getting to meet new people and new artists, because networking is a very important part of, having a music career.
So, I talked to you a little bit about this off the air, and I would love for you to share it on air, some of your musical inspirations, because you have a very unique sound, and I'm just curious, who are some artists that you listen to that you get inspiration from at your age?
Alison Krauss, Rhonda Vincent, of course Taylor Swift. Just a lot of bluegrass artists as well. Old Mr. Webster could never define what's being said between your heart and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hand says you'll catch me if ever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me.
Now, I'm assuming that you got into bluegrass based off where you're from, just the culture that you grew
Yes.
up around.
Yeah, and ever since I was in the womb, my dad would, play mandolin, and just growing up, always hearing like a banjo or a guitar or a mandolin. It's just that also has a very huge impact on that.
What's your favorite thing to play? Because you play multiple instruments.
Probably, oh gosh, it's between piano and mandolin.
Is there an easier one, or is it just you think that you'd prefer one over the other because it sounds better?
See, it depends on the song, because
Yeah.
there's some songs that are easier on the mandolin and some easier on piano. But I just enjoy playing both equally.
What are Over the Banks fans going to get to hear from you next as we're here on this radio show?
This next song that I'm going to sing is my original gospel song called Come See What God Can Do.
Okay.
Looking
here
forward to
is
hearing it.
Adalyn Ramey, Come See What God Can Do.
Are you troubled with trials? Storms got you weary. You worried the whole night
you so much for being here today. And Adalyn, we're going to put you on interview mic duty now. So as we shuffle around, let's take a listen to a song by our next guest, Andrew Moore, with his nominated song, Tyrant.
Tyrants are tearing me down, stripping me off the bone. I've heard that I'm a good man, but it's drowned out by why aren't you home? And something's got to give. I leave work and I never come home. Soon as I walk through that door, my trial begins and I go numb. Tyrant, please ungrit your teeth. Tyrant, stay away from me. I need you to chill. Oh, I need some peace. Tyrant, I'm begging you, please. Quit rolling over me. Tyrants are wearing me out. I'm trying my best for you. How could you ever have loved me when I'm feeling so blue? Maybe if I pulled down the stars and the moon just to offer to you, you may show me a smile for a second or two. Tyrant, please ungrit your teeth. Tyrant, stay away from me. I need you to chill. Oh, I need some peace. Tyrant, I'm begging you, please. Quit rolling over me. Good Lord, lady, unhand me. Good Lord, lady, what you've done to me. Tyrant, please ungrit your teeth. Tyrant, stay away from me. I need you to chill. Oh, I need some peace. Tyrant, I'm begging you, please.
That was Andrew Moore of Andrew Moore and Hooch with his song Tyrant. Andrew, one of my favorites, definitely. It's playing in the car constantly. I don't know why. It just really moves me. I don't know if it's just relatable to some past experiences that I've had. But I'm just so thankful you've written that song. Yeah. And Adam, that song is nominated as one of his blues nominations for the Hollywood Independent Music Awards as well.
I can see why. Well, how you doing, Andrew?
I'm good, man.
Good to see you back, man.
You too.
It's been a minute, but of course I figured I would talk to you again eventually because there would be new award shows every year. I'm sure that I'm going to see your name on the list every time I see an award show posted. But man, you've got a lot coming up. First of all, you got this big award show in Hollywood coming up. Have you ever been out to California before?
I have never.
Okay, so what does it mean to you to be recognized in such an area that is just known for arts and entertainment?
I think I'm very humbled by it. I think it's a great. I'm thankful as could be for the whole opportunity to go out there and to be nominated, and that's the reason I'm going out there is something else in its own thing entirely. I don't know, man. All I can really say is I'm thankful for the nomination. I'm excited to go out there and see the place. I've never been past Las Vegas, and when I go to Las Vegas, I lose all my money. So I'm hoping this is going to be a little different, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to meeting a lot of people from the industry over in Hollywood, and I'm excited for it.
Talk about the nomination you've gotten from the Hollywood Independent Music Awards.
So I got nominated for Best Song for Tyrant and again for Come Home. And Come Home and Tyrant both are kind of bluesy styled songs, and they're both nominated in that same category for blues song. So Tyrant, it's going to hit home with a lot of people. I feel like, I hope, as Renee was saying, it kind of hits her a little bit, and hopefully it hits a lot of people. And that's kind of what it's for. Everybody goes through, as happy as a relationship can be between anybody. There's always a tough go, whether it's a day long or an hour long or a week long or a month long. Everybody's going to go through it if it's a serious relationship, and that's what that song's about. So it's heartfelt, definitely. And the next one, Come Home, is very much heartfelt as well. That song came about when I was living in the Adirondack Mountains of upstate New York, and my first son was born, and I only had one kid instead of three at that time, when life was a little easier. But my son and wife both came back to Kentucky to visit family, and there I was sitting in a log cabin in the middle of the mountains in the snow by myself, and I didn't really know what to do, so I channeled kind of everything into a song, and that turned into Come Home.
Well, good luck at the Hollywood Independent Music Awards, but also another music entertainment city that you will be going to very soon because of another award that you've been nominated for, or awards.
Yes.
Is at the Josie Music Awards in Nashville, Tennessee at the Grand Ole Opry. Now, you've been to Nashville several times. Have you been to the Opry?
Never. Nope.
Wow.
I sure haven't. No.
Never even been there as a guest?
No, I've always wanted to, but my trips to Nashville are usually a day long or 2 days long, and then I've got an itinerary, and we need to go look for cowboy boots and hats, and
and be on Overtones.
And be on Overtones, exactly. Yeah. No, it's a great city, and but no, I've never spent a whole lot of time there, so I've never been to the Opry, so this will be my first time.
Yeah, it's got such an aura to it, though. Having this event at the Opry, that makes it even, I think, 10 times more special having it at
And last year, Adam, they initiated where the winners get to actually stand in the circle. So that's a new thing that they just started doing last year.
That's awesome.
So at first they wouldn't let people stand there?
No. The year before was the first year that they'd had it, but they did not have that in place. And, there's some rules and some things like that. But, 10th anniversary, here we got a lot of special things happening. Yeah. So it was just really wonderful last year to see 17 Kentucky acts actually get to stand in that circle last year. And we have probably double the amount of nominees from Kentucky this year. So we're really we're really going to see something spectacular.
So I know that you mentioned what you were looking forward to attending the Hollywood Music Awards, but going to the Opry and not just being an attendee, but being there for a potential award, what does that mean to you?
Well, I've always wanted to go to the Opry. It's not the reason I have not been. You know, I've always wanted to go. So my first time stepping foot into the place, it being because I was nominated for something, is mind-blowing a little bit, and it's just a heck of an experience. I'm really, really grateful for it. And win or not win, shoot, my first time to the Opry was because I got nominated for something, and that's special to me. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. Have you thought about what you would say if you are standing in that sacred circle?
Do not prepare a speech. That's my best advice. They always say that that's the worst luck ever.
Well, yeah, my nerves will get to me. It'll be something like, "What's up, y'all?" or something. That's about it.
I would forget, too.
Well, everybody did real well. The right words come to you at the right point. So we're so glad that you've been here with us today.
Thank
and
you.
This will not be the last time, definitely. We got a few months to go with us, but we're going to get a hangout in Hollywood.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm excited for that.
Really, really fun. And we're going to talk to you after you get back from that trip as well.
Sure.
So thank you so much,
Yes, thank you.
Andrew, for being with us. Next up, while we transition, we're playing a little bit of musical chairs here. And we've got the platoon system, by the way, is lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. So we've just talked to Team Lions here. And we're going to do a little bit of musical chairs. But while we do that, we're going to hear D. Boone Pittman's Love and Floods and Other Natural Disasters.
While, but I got loose living in your dream. Felt just like abuse all that time. Round my neck was a noose and a gold chain. Well, no one could say that I didn't try. Got nothing left, I can't even cry. I guess it's just time for us to say goodbye to the blame. But I wondered if you know that while we're sorting through our stuff, there are homes back in the east, but lost it all back in the flood. Well, I'm no good with words, talking about what's in my head or what we said. None of that really matters. Oh, but if I could write a song and make it all make sense, I'd write about love and floods and other natural disasters. Well, I want you to know, I know you did the best you could. There were times I thought you would be the woman of my dreams. Well, blame it on my restless heart, blame it on my selfishness, blame it all on me, darling, you're just mean. I watched it on my phone as our whole world was melting down. I watched those waters rise as I watched our true love drown. Well, I'm no good with words, we're talking about what's in my head or what we said. None of that really matters. Oh, but if I could write a song and make it all make sense, I'd write about love and floods, other natural disasters. talking about what's in my head, what we said, 'cause none of that really matters. Oh, but if I could write a song and make it all make sense, I'd write about love floods and other natural disasters. Well, I'm no good with words, but talking about what's in my head or what we say, 'cause none of that really matters. Oh, but if I could write a song and make it all make sense, I'd write about love and floods and other natural disasters. I'd write about love and floods and other natural disasters. I'd write about love and floods and other natural disasters.
That was Daryl Pittman, a.k.a. D. Boone Pittman, and the Fugitives with the song Love and Floods and Other Natural Disasters. Also, a wonderful song that has been nominated, I think, not only for Josie, but also for the Hollywood Independent Music Awards next week. So I want to talk to you a little bit. Welcome, first of all.
Thanks
You're
for
no
having
stranger to Overtones, so we're so glad to have you here.
I love coming here.
But is he a stranger to Over the Banks?
That Over the Banks,
Over
that's
the Banks.
right. We've merged shows.
A new show we've created, man, right here.
Gotcha.
We've merged Off the Cuff and Overtones,
Gotcha.
and we're calling this Over the Banks.
I dig
Over
it.
the
I like
Banks.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
I like
love
what
it.
you did there.
Yeah, you see what we did.
So, Daryl, what a year this has been for you.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a lot of fun.
We started all of this with all three of you all. We were in the same studio in February, I believe, with the Lexington Music Awards. So all three of you all were in here at the same time, and I just think it's really remarkable that here we sit again for two different award shows. First of all, what are your nominations for the Josie Music Awards? And we're probably going to be here a couple of days.
Oh, mercy. I didn't know I was putting on.
Oh, that's okay. What are some of them? And then also I can speak.
So I think the Love and Floods song is up for Performance Video of the Year. And then I have The Question that is up for Social Impact Video of the Year, as well as East of Ravenna.
Yes.
Vocalist or male vocalist country, Josie alum, I think.
Yes.
And then there's a multi-genre category that I'm up for Artist of the Year. But my favorite is the album of the year, Resurrection Noise. That by far is that's the most coveted one.
Oh, that's just amazing. And let's just give it up for Daryl for that.
Thank you.
Also, for the Hollywood Music Awards, so he's nominated for 2 awards, and that had to be just a spectacular moment for you to click on the website and to see your name coming up.
It was
for 2 awards.
It was. It was very. I was actually staying in a hotel in West Virginia when they finally came out and released the nominations. But yeah, again, Resurrection Noise, Album of the Year. And Love and Floods for Song of the Year for Americana Roots.
Americana Roots. I love that category, too, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And now he's nominated for Hollywood Awards, too, right? Mm-hmm. Hollywood Awards. Have you ever been to California?
You know, it's weird that you asked me that. I've never been to California until April of this year.
Yeah.
And now I'm going back in July. So twice in the same year I get to go. But I've never been before now.
Well, what'd you think of it when you
I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. Of course, we were in April, and we stayed at Huntington Beach, and there was nobody there.
Really?
It was very desolate and awesome, and the food was great, and we stayed at Sammy Hagar's Cabo Wabo.
Uh-huh.
He's got a lounge there with a Hilton Hotel. We stayed there. So that's probably where we're going to stay at again when we go back, and then we're going to spend a few days in Hollywood.
Yeah.
My mom, who's never seen the West Coast, gets to come with us and take in some of the sights. She's 82.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Daryl has some exciting news. He got an invitation, folks. That's pretty cool.
Private invitation?
I got an email from, I don't remember what his name is.
Brent Harvey, who's the founder.
He's invited me to play at the after party, a couple songs. So
there you go.
Yes.
Do you think that there is a difference in the sound of your type of music, West Coast versus East Coast, or is it the same?
I don't know. I mean, that's a great question. In my mind, I'm going to say no, but I think there was a lot of music that came out of that part of the world that I think is kind of fueled into the kind of music that we're doing today, like the Bakersfield sound, and I think this root stuff that's coming out of Appalachia right now is really, it's gaining a lot of momentum and traction all over the world. So I think they dig it there too. We're going to find out, aren't we?
Yes, and I just telling Andrea we'll have to have a post show as soon as everybody gets back. But we're so glad you've been here with us today. I'm going to kind of swing the microphone over to Vanessa, and also let's give it up for Daryl Pittman, everybody.
Yeah. Hello, Vanessa. How are you?
Hello.
And we got Adalyn, who's going to interview Vanessa. So take it away, Adalyn.
So next up, we're going to hear a song by Vanessa Davis. Vanessa, welcome to Over the Banks.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about this original song.
What did we decide? I'm your muse, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, do you want to know the backstory? Yeah. I'm airing someone's dirty laundry if I tell you the backstory of this song.
That's what we want.
I think it's a lot of fun.
That's that Over the Banks part.
That's the difference.
I have this ex-boyfriend from many, many moons ago who, over the years, has tried to get back in touch with me several times. And I don't know why, so...
Even since you've been married?
Yes.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
And, I mean, he hasn't said, like, hey, let's get back together. He lives in a different country. But he just trying to get some sort of a pinky toe in my life, and I'm like, bro, we're not friends. Like, this is not happening at all. I do not give him the time of day. So the last time was a couple years ago, and I... was asking myself, what is his deal? Like, why would you even try to contact someone that has been married for as long as I have, and like we haven't spoken to him since we broke up? And so, the last time that he tried to get hold of me was he slid into my DMs on Insta, and so I was like, well, I can be my best self, and I can just block him. Mm-hmm. Or I can check out his Instagram, since now I know what it is. And so I stalked his Insta, as a good woman does. And I even saw that he was in a long-term relationship, and I'm kind of like, why are you in a long-term relationship, but you're trying to talk to me? So I don't actually know the answer, but I decided as an artist on the answer, and then I wrote a song about it, which is called I'm Your Muse. So that's the answer I gave myself as to why he keeps trying to get hold of me.
And here is Vanessa Davis with I'm Your Muse.
You're so amusing, so sincere in your pursuit, it makes me laugh. Must be confusing, seeing my green eyes haunt you from her photograph. You had to watch me walk away, couldn't pay me enough to stay. What are you losing? Just a connection to your sordid past. Why can't you forget about me and move on with your life? Why can't you set yourself free and make her your wife? I'm your muse, babe, yeah. Don't make you wanna cry. You misuse this lady, but did I lay down and die? It's fun to hold me back, but you love to watch me fly, 'cause I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse. Hey, I'm your muse. Yeah, I'm your siren. Just the sound of my voice makes you steer off course. I ain't buying that I'm the one who had to turn your head by force. You had to have your cake both ways. She made you cheat, I made you stay. Boy, you're just lying. You want the truth, you better get it straight from the source. 'Cause you can't forget about me and move on with your life. Can't seem to set yourself free and make her your wife. I'm your muse, babe, yeah. Don't it make you wanna cry? You misused this lady, but did I lay down and die? It's fun to hold me back, but you love to watch me fly. 'Cause I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse. Ooh, I'm your muse. Aphrodite doesn't have a thing on me. I'm your muse, babe. Don't it make you wanna cry? You misused, babe. But did I lay down and die? It's fun to hold me back, but you love to watch me fly. 'Cause I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse, babe, yeah. Don't it make you wanna cry? You misuse this lady. Did I lay down and die? It's fun to hold me back, but you love to watch me fly. 'Cause I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse, babe, yeah. I'm your muse, baby. I'm your muse.
So Vanessa, how did you first get started?
As a songwriter?
Yes.
Or yes.
Or just anything in music.
My mom is a music teacher, and my grandma was a music teacher, and so it kind of, I was raised in a very musical household, and it's sort of part of my family heritage to be involved in music and to be learning many instruments and also written music and music theory and all that. So I really came by it very honestly in that, you know, I couldn't have escaped it if I tried. Besides my mom being a music teacher, my dad's a jazz musician, so I grew up listening to my dad playing in jazz bands and blues bands, and when I was 12, he would let me sit in on his band, about your age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been singing with my dad's band, sitting in and things like that since then. Songwriting-wise, I started just kind of coming up with little melodies when I was quite young, and then I played piano pretty much my whole life, and then I started playing guitar at 14, and that's really when my songwriting started to pick up.
So who were a few of your musical influences?
I heard you say earlier that Taylor
yes.
Swift is a big one.
Vanessa loves that.
I love Taylor Swift, and people who are like, ew, I'm so over Taylor Swift. I'm like, but have you heard her over the years and just the span of everything she's accomplished and how many different genres she dips into and just how good she is with words. I was listening to her in the car the other day with my sister, and I was introducing her to a song that she doesn't know. I'm sorry, I could gush about about Taylor Swift all day. and I was like, she rhymes like a rapper in this song. She takes a syllable of one word and matches it with something that you would never think to rhyme it with.
Like
and then
Eminem does that.
Then tacks on another syllable and then rhymes that one in the middle of the next sentence and then adds another rhyming word. Like, it's incredible what she does. So I really study her as a songwriter and as a lyricist. I think she's just absolutely brilliant.
Well, Vanessa, thank you so much for being with us here today. Let's give it up one more time for Vanessa.
Thank you.
And while we do some more musical chairs shifting around, we're going to hear BlackTop Rodeo with One Last Look Around.
Woo!
The note on the door said, leave your keys on the counter. There's a beer in the fridge, empty box in the hall. I left some pictures hanging if you wanna. See if you can patch those holes up in the wall. I still remember when we hung them, never thought we'd take them down. But I took one last look around, trying to figure out how it came down to me and you. Can't be in the same damn room. And one long last goodbye. The Lord knows that we both tried to fight to keep it all from coming down to one last look around. There's weeds in the lawn, couple cracks in the driveway, and those old poor steps could use a little help. I guess we let them go a lot longer than we should have. Now that picket fence is for somebody else. Well, I finished that cold beer up, couldn't take those pictures down, but I took one last look around, trying to figure out how it came down to me and you. Can't be in the same damn room. And one long last goodbye. Lord knows that we both tried to fight to keep it all from coming down to one last look around, and wonder what the hell am I supposed to do now? How it came down to me and you. Can't be in the same damn room. And one long last goodbye. The Lord knows that we both tried to fight to keep it all from coming down. Yeah, we fought to keep it all, but it came down to one last look around. Yeah, one last look around. Note on the door said, leave your keys on the counter.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on Radio Lex and on Over the Banks, please give it up for Mae Smith and Billy Bassman Halls of BlackTop Rodeo. Well, first of all, Entertainer of the Year nomination in their first Josie Music Award nominee year. We got to give you a round of applause for that. But what other categories are you all nominated for?
We're nominated for Country Band of the Year, or Country Group of the Year, and Country Song of the Year for our song Save Me.
Wow.
Man, so it's not just one, it's just multiple. That's got to feel good. What are you most excited about over the next few months leading up to the Josie Music Awards and really going to the venue of the Grand Ole Opry, as you guys know, a very iconic venue in the music industry?
Man, it's pretty wild to think about, you know, just where we started back in 2020, like playing basically any show we could get our hands on, taking it for little or nothing as far as money went, but heck, now that's like we're turning more people down than we are taking gigs. So I mean, that's a good thing, and it's the Grand Ole Opry. Like,
have you ever been?
I have.
Yeah,
I have.
Just as a guest, just in the audience. Yep. So never on the stage.
Never on the stage.
So there's the potential there to get up there, stand in that circle, make a speech. That's got to feel good. So have you guys, what have you been doing to get prepped? Are you looking for outfits? Are you preparing speeches? Like, what's...
That's a whole nother show. We got to still do that.
A whole nother show. Yeah.
My mom's driving me crazy. Have you got your tickets yet? What are you wearing? Can I sit by you? That kind of stuff. You know, so
oh, that's awesome.
I think my family's
and that's
probably
just so
more
wonderful.
excited.
It's so great for the families. It is just such a great event for families.
Oh, it is. Because I've not... You're not alone if you've not gotten your tickets yet. I've not gotten my tickets. I've not gotten my hotel. Hopefully there's some...
however...
Yes. Renee some way will bail me out.
I got you.
Will bail me out of there. So the being nominated for the categories that you were in, Entertainer of the Year, that's one of the top, if not the top award at the show. So to be nominated amongst not just regional but national, this is national. It goes beyond just Kentucky, beyond the region.
International.
Yes, international. People from out of the country. What is it about your sound, about your music, that you think just resonates with people that are not from the area?
I think really, when we get on stage, a lot of bands, I guess, maybe don't really put a lot of energy into their shows. That's what I really do. Like, I can play instruments, but I choose to just grab the mic.
Yeah.
Let the guys do the music, let me entertain the crowd. So I think the energy we put off, plus the guys in our group are like really good dudes. They get along with everybody where we go. You know, we make friends. So for us, that's probably...
Yeah, and I'd say probably the other thing is from 2021, when we actually started playing to open venues. We've done about 85 shows a year, every year. So, we've traveled 6-7 hours to play shows. So, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and, you know, I guess that's being reflected to people that recognize that we play pretty much every Friday and Saturday, sometimes Sundays and Thursdays. It just depends on the availability of everybody and if we can get shows.
And Adam, I just want to point out too that Billy's also a multiple nominee as well.
Oh,
so
man.
In was it March? We shared the music business category at the Lexington Music Awards, and his company has also been nominated. Tell us about that.
Well, I guess probably about a year and a half ago, some people messaged me and was like, "Hey, like, can you help me get into certain places?" And I'm like, "Well, I can try. Like, what do you have? I can, send them." And from then, it's just kind of snowballed. Like, just keep picking up people left and right, and people out in Texas, Oklahoma. Like, it's been wild for me because I never expected it to really grow at the rate that it has, to the point where I'm, actively hiring commission-based booking agents to help me out to kind of take over the load.
Well, we are so thankful for the people like you in the music industry. Let's give it up for BlackTop Rodeo.
Yes, thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Billy and Mace. We're going to switch microphones here, so let's see. We're going to play some musical chairs again. Oh, okay, that's a great idea. Welcome, guys. And while you all are doing that, Adam, just to note, we have 3 Entertainer of the Year nominees in the room at the same time.
Gosh,
it's amazing.
Also, our third guy isn't here today, but I have our guitarist Chase filling in for
awesome.
him,
Well, so good to have you here today.
He has a real face for radio, so we're going
yeah.
So thank God it's radio.
Adalyn has a few questions for you. So, Adalyn, hit it.
Next up, I would like to introduce you to Kentucky Music Mafia. So let's give it up for KMM.
Yeah.
So guys, would you all introduce yourselves to our Over the Banks audience?
I am Shannon Joe.
I'm Toby Ray.
And I'm Chase Brown.
Awesome.
So you are all nominated for more Josies than we can probably go through on this show, including Entertainer of the Year. What is that number, and what are the ones you're most excited about?
I think what we go over it was 11. 11?
10 or 11.
10 or 11. We're not actually sure. I mean, the list is so long that when we go through it, it takes like 2 hours to process what we're doing. But we're grateful for everyone. We've looked at them all at least 5 times each, trying to count them out. But we're just grateful for everyone that we've got. Entertainer of the Year, Album of the Year, Music Video of the Year, and Social Impact Music Video of the Year. Those are some of the ones that really mean a lot to us because that's what we're trying to do is reach people and let them know what kind of music we make and try to relate to them and what they're going through in their life.
I'm so excited to meet you, and I know we follow each other on socials. So what has this year been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind, really. It's been up and down and left and right, and it's been...
Yeah, we've had a couple curveballs thrown at us this year.
It's been crazy, but like everybody tells me that's been in this business, they say, welcome to the music business. So, I mean, it's crazy, so you just got to keep your head up and keep on trucking.
And keep it on a swivel.
Yeah. So, what do you feel you're most proud of this year?
Oh, well, that's a good question.
Good question.
As far as music goes, I'm proud that we're being able to do music, that we're still able to get out there and perform, and that we have the drive and the ability to get into the studio and make new albums that we're doing now and produce music videos. And our favorite thing is getting out there with the fans and interacting with the fans and seeing what they're doing, seeing what they're about, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing.
You have all won several Josies, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what were some of those wins?
Song of the Year.
Album
of the Year.
The first year was Group of the Year,
Group of the Year,
and then last year was Album of the Year.
Album of the Year, which we have. Our new album, Outlaws with Attitudes, is up for Album of the Year this year, too. Be nice to take that one home.
So what song are we going to get to hear next on Over the Banks?
This is actually an unreleased song that we have not released yet, but we're going to be releasing. And it should be a really, huge record for us. It's with actually an up-and-coming country star right now that's on tour with Morgan Wallen. So... we're hoping when we release this song that it's going to blow up. It's with a guy named Brian Martin. Mm-hmm. But we're hoping that this song takes off whenever we release it.
I'm waiting for a rap country collab like they've been doing nowadays, because ain't Morgan Wallen, you mentioned him, ain't he been hanging out with Posty a lot lately doing this?
But Posty's been doing a lot of country.
Yeah.
Posty's been doing a whole lot of country. But we kind of like when we started out.
Jesse to spit a few bars.
Yeah, we had Jesse Keith Whitley actually rap on a song. He wanted to rap, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird, but whatever. But I mean, we kind of started out doing more of the country rap thing first, but then now we've kind of went to more of what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
With mixing with bluegrass and southern rock and stuff like that. We have another record that's going to be coming out with Leonard Skinner.
Oh, cool.
So when we do that, it's going to be awesome. We've already went through the whole studio process with that stuff, so I can't wait to release that also.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to present the music of Kentucky Music Mafia on Over the Banks.
Yeah.
Well, I can't save you if I can't even save myself. It all went south and now I know that I'm headed straight for hell. But the sound that a heart makes when it breaks, I know it all too well. I can't save you if I can't even save myself.
Going through the motions, same old routine. Girl, since you left, that door. I can't hide my broken self anymore. I can't hide all these scars and all this pain. Just the thought of you is driving me insane.
Well, I can't save you if I can't even save myself. It all went south and now I know that I'm headed straight for hell. But the sound that a heart makes when it breaks, I know it all too well. I can't save you if I can't even save myself.
I've been contemplating even giving you a call, 'cause I know my promises won't change anything at all. My words won't change the fact that I'm just not enough. I never dreamed that getting over you could ever be this tough. Girl, I promise to do the best I can. So in your eyes when I return, that I'm a better man.
Well, I can't save you if I can't even save myself. It all went south and now I know that I'm headed straight for hell. But the sound that a heart makes when it breaks, I know it all too well. I can't save you if I can't even save myself.
Save myself, let alone save you. Lost on this country road, not knowing what to do. So many memories, all the ups and downs, fights and happiness left me here to drown. No matter what I do, it won't change the fact that I let you walk away and you ain't coming back. You slammed the door and walked out on me, and now I'm sitting here wallowing in my misery. Now I'm on this journey on my own, up the shattered pieces of our broken home.
Well, I can't save you if I can't even save myself. It all went south and now I know that I'm headed straight for hell. But the sound that a heart makes when it breaks, I know it all too well. I can't save you if I can't even save myself.
Wow, we've never had this much applause in this room. Kentucky Music Mafia, and guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, BlackTop Rodeo. Thank you, Daryl Pittman. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Vanessa. And how about Adalyn, our co-host?
Thank you.
So this seems like a great place to end this edition of Over the Banks with Adam and Renee, coming to you live this evening from Radio Lex Studios in Grayland Station in Lexington, Kentucky. And of course, we want to thank all of you in our listening audience for making a choice to listen locally this evening.
And finally, congratulations to all of you. Thank you for being here today. In celebration of Independence this month in July, you are listening to Andrew Moore's new release from July 4th's titled song Freedom. We wish you all the best at the Hollywood Independent Music Awards next week, and to all of you, congrats once again for all of your Josie Music Award nominations.
Yes. And Adam, as we say, when we say y'all, that means you are listening locally. Until next week, this is Renee Cobb.
And I'm Adam Banks.
And Adalyn Ramey.
We are all working in concert each and every week to bring you the best this great state of Kentucky has to offer music fans. Reminding you that where words fail, music always speaks.
Have a great week filled with music, family, friends, and a lot of love.
Listen locally, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Working them out behind you, bro. Seems you're misdirected, it seems you don't know. Man, your plan is failing, nah, this world ain't woke. Spreading lies, think we can't see. You can try, but you won't succeed. Gonna revolt, and then we'll be free. Nah, I ain't gonna stay at home. Try to divide the people from one. You better leave my freedom alone. Better leave my freedom alone. People's minds are in your control. Somebody dies if they whistle blow. Mocking my God, you're about to feel his thunder roll. Us people ain't bound, now our chains are broke. Spreading lies, think we can't see. You can try, but you won't succeed. Gonna revolt, and then we'll be